Nikki the burglar. Nikkietutorials has been at it again, big time. So we all know, obviously, Nikkietutorials is one of the biggest beauty gurus at the moment. I think she has around 6.5 million subscribers, which has blown up radically considering she was at 3.5 only a year or so ago. And she has definitely found herself in the odd controversy. We obviously have covered so many stories about Nikkietutorials way before in the past. But this time round, we have a double whammy scandal. So get sat down, get the tea ready, because I'm honestly shook already by this. So it seems like Nikkietutorials has ditched some old friends, and she has also been showing us the new Nikkie. We were blessed on Snapchat by Patrick Starr, who showed us the following snap. I thought it was fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Because Nikkie always seems very like, you know, she's in a little flat and she's very quiet and she films her videos, walks her dogs. Boom! Made me laugh so much watching that. But that was not all. That was not all. This is all happening on a Benefits Cosmetics trip. We all know Benefit is famous for their sort of eyebrow kits and stuff like that. The makeup, but the eyebrows, definitely. And they have paid for a very expensive holiday for a lot of very major influencers. It seems they really haven't held back. Nikkietutorials, Patrick Starr, Jackie Aina, loads of other people. There's so many other people there. I would estimate, based on me speaking to someone that gets invited to these things, they tend to offer $50,000 for this sorts of trips. So obviously everything's paid for, all expenses included, including trips, food, alcohol, but the payment amount I'm told from someone is $50,000, which is obviously like substantial. Not as substantial, I mean, when we look at someone like Instagram, for example, you can see that someone that has maybe 3 million might make 30,000 per Instagram post, depending on their interaction and stuff like that. That's like a really rough estimate. It really depends on the person and the market and stuff. But you think 50,000, okay, that's an Instagram post for some of these people, you know? But at the same time, it's a free holiday and it's a good time to network, I guess, with all the other people. But Nikkietutorials was definitely not networking with all the other people. Now, we all know there has been a very controversial friendship between Nikkietutorials, Manny Mua, and Jeffree Star. And that was all a while ago. All the drama kicked off. It's all calmed down now. Everybody's got on with their lives. And she posted some tweets a few months ago which looked very suspicious that something had happened. Very suspicious. Please know I always want the best for you and I've been played dirty. I love you. 1st of February. I've been sabotaged from the beginning. There's so many things I want to say, but I can't. I want to, but I can't. But of course, people were very eagle-eyed, and anyone that had a look will have noticed that Nikkietutorials was following Jeffree on Twitter, but Jeffree was not following Nikkie back. Around the same time, there was also a tweet put out where Nikkietutorials has obviously come under flack for getting PR from companies. And so she said, I'm buying the highlighters, and she made a really big effort to show that. She posted on Snapchat the receipt of her buying the Kylie Jenner highlighter products, and she also posted on Twitter saying, like, I really wanted them, but they've sold out. Jeffree commented on that Twitter post and said, we'll just get it in PR in a few days anyway. And so obviously I think Nikkie was a bit like, why are you ratting me out? Because obviously it's true, but at the same time she's a bit like, I'm trying not to do that with my audience, because the thing with Nikkie is, from what I understand, when I've spoken to a company that's tried to send her something, you have to pay her management to send her a product. You can't just send her PR. It's like there's a set fee. I don't know what the set fee is because the company that I spoke to didn't ask. But that's my basic understanding of how things work with Nikkie Diego. She's a very, you know, top of the range, top of the line. If you imagine everyone wants to send a product, she probably doesn't have time in a day to go through them all. So, you know, take the ones that people are prepared to pay, you know, the fee for. And that fee basically means just in case she mentions it. But for a sponsored video, I believe the rates from someone that's friends with Nikkie told me it's $64,000 for a product that she likes and $84,000 for a product that she doesn't like. It's somewhere around those sorts of lines. So when you see things like the Eevee blender and stuff like that, it's that sort of thing where I imagine it may be sponsored. Obviously there's a lot of undeclared sponsorships on YouTube and I think we're all aware of them. We know who does them, we know who don't do them. Does that make sense? Anyway, with a little bit more research, I came across something that suggested that Nikkietutorials and Jeffree were no longer following each other on Instagram, which was, ooh! And a lot of people were quite annoyed with how Jeffree commented on Nikkie's tweet where she'd said, like, you know, trying to get my Kylie package, saying that she was going to buy it herself because she can afford to. It's not like she really needs it sent in PR. The only advantage of PR is that you get it faster. But obviously to rat her out and say, we're just going to get it in PR anyway, it was like, people were quite annoyed by that. Anyway, can we watch that Snapchat again? unfollow for these sorts of people, the only reason I think Nicki didn't unfollow is one, because she probably didn't notice because she's very busy making dead money, and two, I don't think she's very petty like that. She was a bit petty when she was tweeting about me like 6 months ago, but that was ages ago. But you know what I mean? Like, I think she's really, I don't think she cares, to be honest. The amount of money that she's making, the circulation that she's making, you know, the amount she's probably going to make from this Oprah collab. It's weird. It's very weird. I think Nicki's doing very well for herself, and I can understand why she's just not engaging. But those Snapchats. Anyway, after all of that happened, Nicki posted these 3 photos on Instagram. We have this very pretty one where her lips have got so big. Oh my god, I knew she got the filler and it had gone a lot bigger, but the top lip's gone really big now. Not that it's a bad thing, but I just noticed, I was like, I haven't seen that in a while. We have this pretty makeup look, which has, I mean, a lot more likes on the picture than she usually gets. She usually gets, at the moment, around 270 to 320,000 likes on a picture, which is a lot considering not long ago she was getting 100,000. I remember when she was getting 50,000 or less than that. This one got 370,000. I'll show you the most recent one next, because the last one is a bombshell. That one has 250, and that's just in 10 hours. Very pretty makeup. This isn't what we're used to seeing from Nicki. We're used to seeing very like studio, but it takes a lot to go out of the house and be in public and do shoots like that. So it's definitely something, I feel like Nicki's out of a comfort zone. I never would have expected anything like this. But the last one, which sent shockwaves, which I think was a drunk picture because of how drunk the Snapchats were, but still, I mean, it's a good picture, obviously, is this one. Girls just want to have sun, and it's a very raunchy picture on the beach with the waves splashing around. And this is something that we definitely don't see of Nicki. There's been a lot of controversy with people talking about Nicki's photoshopping pictures, Nicki's this, Nicki's that, and I really don't like the whole conversation, which is why I haven't commented on it. But in this instance, I mean, Nicki is loud and proud. I think it's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic to see her so confident, to see her so putting herself forward as opposed to being a little bit more conservative, because I think the more conservative, the less at risk you are of getting attacked by people for things, because I imagine like Nicki, like everyone on YouTube is attacked for things all the time. I think it's great. I think it's really good to see her, you know, so loud, definitely so loud. I was just like, that's fantastic, that's so good. Anyway, that's pretty much the whole thing. I'm really excited to get my hands on the Oprah collab. I believe it launches tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. We spoke about the power of makeup. I didn't buy it and people were angry, but I didn't want to because I swatched it and I really didn't like it. I am going to buy the Oprah collab and we'll be doing bits and pieces. I think I might have a scandal for you, but I'll need to test it. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please get it over and done with, and I will see you very soon. Bye.